And there we have roxkisBratOK versus aTnSocke. Ah! Awesome match, awesome match. I labeled BratOK as yellow because that's what he usually takes, but he's red. So there we go. It is Tal'Darim Alter. It's the GSL version. That means no rocks on the third. Very important. No rocks on the third. No, not many mineral patches either, though. So that's kind of the thing. Very good for Zerg. Not the biggest deal in the other races, really. Like, that's kind of a Zerg thing. But as soon as we get into the game, so here we go. Socke is in the top left. GLHF, very nice guy. BratOK with the GLHF. Wants to separate those. But anyways, BratOK is in the bottom right, so we have cross positions. Holy crap. And Navi Hireling isn't happy, but sorry about that, sir. It's just how it goes. We have to catch up on schedule a bit. So, what I wanted to say, we have the start, right? So only 5 patches, 1 gas, but easy to take, right? Not a deal for Terran or Protoss, because they have units anyways, right? But Zerg don't want to make units. They want to take that. So that's a Zerg change. But so what we usually kind of see Protoss and Terrans do then is just go for this one or this one, at least when they have map control, because this is really not like when you get to the third base, you want to have a lot of gases Terran for ghosts and upgrades and medis, and 1 gas just doesn't cut it, and so do Protoss. So just the thing, and yeah, we'll see Nexus first from Socke here. He's stacking up minerals already, and his opponent is going to go for the barracks. Now BratOK, I only see that guy in the BDL because I don't commentate Go for SC2s that much anymore. I hope he joins our own tourney at some point, maybe that would be cool. But he kind of is that. I always call him the original Marine King because he was like the first one who would build like only Marines and see how efficient they are, or at least that's what I know from the Day 9 Daily propaganda. Like that's what I heard from there, and yeah, he's just great at that. And heavy Marine play early on, he really used that a lot. Uses a lot of ghosts. And it's always refreshing to see him. Like every time you see him, you see those patterns in his play, like the original thing that I was talking about, but always something new, always something like great. And BratOK, I think recently took down a $10,000 tournament. I just want to mention that. I mean, at least his nasal spreadsheet kind of thing said that. So very, very good player still. Not that much out on the map, but he's always there, always consistent, and always provides good results. So enough about that player chatter. I hope you get the idea. I don't need to say anything about Socke, except that I maybe really like the guy. You know, he's just great. He used to call himself the dude, like in Big Lebowski, the dude. And that just fits so well. Anyways, we have Socke going for 2 gates after this Nexus first, and then the Cybercore. That is good play. Just a safety measure. He can get out a bunch of Zealots early, and then can really can pick up Stalker production really fast. So he doesn't have to fear the first few Marines. Really, and Socke sees the Marines moving out, just gonna move away. He has a good spot on the map already. He has the probe around, didn't die yet. He did not scout the expansion actually, but with the 3 Marines, like, I mean, that's metagame, right? You expect the expansion. If you don't see it, well, you have to be a bit careful, but it would be almost foolish to assume that it's not there. Like, that's how that works. So Zealot is gonna come in, gonna see the bunch of Marines, and move out, but like only Marines. Okay, that's probably a command center. So Socke actually looking for some aggression. That's what the 2 gates do for you, right? You can get a good bunch of units out quite early, and actually these 2 Stalkers, 2 Zealots are going to do quite well against the Marines, and BratOK might be caught off guard here. He will Socke will be able to move in and do a little bit of damage here, because 2 Zealots and 2 Stalkers are just an excellent combo. If you micros it well, it's push the Alt button, get that stuff down, and here are the SCVs coming out, and 2 SCVs already killed against 2 Stalkers, Zealots, excuse me. Not the best trade, so pretty tight from BratOK, but the Stalkers, the Zealots, excuse me, are always expensible, always something that you can throw away for value, and actually it's a decent trade. So look at the Harvester count, pretty good for Socke already, and yeah, looking quite nice. So let's see what his plan is. 5 gates, robotics, so and forge, so a very strong amount of gateway units is going to come out. I do not know if this is going to be Colossus play from Socke. It could be. It could also just be like, I'm going to get 3 observers out and leave it be and go Twilight Council and forge. I think Twilight Council... Oh, is it going to be a fast third? Yeah, nice. I like it. I think the forge gateway heavy play is more like Socke's comfort zone, but sometimes you just have to go Colossus. And hello, Sentry. How are you? Sentry? Are you gonna go? Okay. Okay, just making sure. Nice Stalker positioning. Oh, very, very good. BratOK is not gonna get the scout. And are we gonna see a Nexus? I do think we are, folks. I might be wrong though. Like, I might be another pylon. Okay. Socke now with the +1 weapons on the way, and the Twilight Council is done too. Or is it behind the natural? There we go. And blink. So that's what I'm talking about. +1 and blink. That's what I like. Makes sense to me. As opposed to +1 armor and blink. Not giving anyone any flack though. So against that army, Socke shouldn't have that much of a problem. 2 ghosts in this though. Completely overlooked that, and that's what I'm talking. I told you, right? Marines and early ghosts. That's BratOK for you. And now I take it back. This army is very shield dependent and energy dependent. So if the ghosts get good EMP off, Socke could actually be in a lot of trouble. So yeah, I'll take it back. Early Colossus, of course, are great against this, but the Colossus will not be early. And there's the EMP. No more Guardian shields. No more force fields. And oh my god, is this just gonna be it? Money EMP on everything. He needs to pull the probes. He needs to warp in as much as he can. And oh my god, great spot for BratOK. He gets force field, but that's working against Socke. What a great attack. Completely did not see the Ghost Academy. And tons of damage being dealt. The Stalkers look like they might even be fine, but the focus fire from BratOK is just brutal. But, oh, Socke defense. But look at the 2 ghosts doing the extra damage against Light. Even killing another Stalker. Wow. What a great attack. And what a great defense too. I was scared for Socke there just for a second, and he definitely BratOK got the better out of that. Holy ghosts. Very, very strong play. Socke with 2 observers on the map, getting the intel. I mean, the crucial thing is here that Socke didn't lose too many Harvesters. He definitely lost this engagement, like, without a doubt. But as long as not too many Harvesters die, he still has a shot for the long game, right? He can continue upgrading, and he's now on Colossus, which is really good. His opponent is going to get these Madvacs out, or the starport on the reactor, and what's he going to do? Madvacs, 2 Madvacs, but I think he's going to have to change over to double Viking very, very quickly. +2 weapons coming out, and factory just scouting. So let us see. I really wonder, is he gonna go Vikings right here? Because he has to expect the Colossus play from Socke. He's not getting thermal lands here. And yeah, another 2 Medvecs coming out. So the Colossi might, the fast Colossi might enable Socke to do some good work here. Still 2 observers on, and I think this is going to become so standard, like 2 observer or 3 even, and like Night Ended, like one that constantly checks the back. That's so crucial. Mid-game drops from Terran are just horrendous to deal with, and this looks pretty horrendous to deal with as well. A lot of guys moving out across the map, but very good spotting. I mean, BratOK can see that, of course, especially if he does something like that, but you don't really expect an observer. Like, you look for it when you walk your army, but not if you just not at an arbitrary spot on the map. So very, very good positioning. Socke with 2 Colossi now, and range is going to be done. Oh, this is going to be so close. He needs to chrono boost the crap out of this to get the range out ASAP. And I like that probe spotting. That's to see, is BratOK going to come this way or this way? So that's very, very nice. And look at that. This is very good for Socke. He's ready for this. Unless he loses his Colossi, he's going to have no problem with this. He's even going to get Medvecs. That 1 probe sacrificed his life, but did so for good cause. And 2-3 Medvecs for Socke. So BratOK getting a bit too greedy here. I think BratOK thought he had done more damage with this first attack. That would make sense for me. Anyways, look at the observers always being active. Look at the look at that drop getting repelled. GG dropship. Oh, very ghosted by Socke. BratOK now losing his lead. In fact, still ahead in supply, but getting a bit awkward here. Losing this engagement and also this dropship. So very, very well played from Socke. What was I about to say? BratOK just expanding. I like it. Why not? The map has a lot of space. But yeah, look at the observers from Socke, always on the move, or just spotting at really key spots. Like, he's not hovering here, obviously because there's a missile turret, but he's always moving from here to here to here, just checking whatever he can. Now BratOK sees the army movement. Is he going to engage this? I think he can. A little bit of a blunder by Socke, but Blink saves him here, and nice force fields. Really just great and cautious, careful force fields. And this is necessary. This is great from BratOK, erecting that missile turret to counteract this observer movement I was just talking about. So both guys are just showing their A game for real. Socke is going to expand to this far. No, where is he going to expand to? This wouldn't be a smart expansion to take. But BratOK is at 190 supply. He still has a lead. He's at 1-1 upgrades. And Socke is at... Wow, holy gateways. At 3-0. Now that's going to be interesting. 3-0 Gateway Colossus against the 2-2 of BratOK. That Zealot gets slowed, but I think it sees the expansion. That's what it wanted to do. Socke taking position on the map. Look at all the teal dots on the map. He's just sending the Zealots. Great play. We see a lot of trends in this game. Like a lot of things we will see much more. Like just sending Marines. Marines, you see that a lot, sending Marines, right? But sending Zealots, you don't see it a lot. But in reality, Zealots are just so disposable. Like you can just use them like Marines. A lot of pylons around by Socke. Just the really nice map awareness Protoss play. And yeah, the same for BratOK really. Look at that. Socke has a spot between the 2 missile turrets where it cannot be seen. That's Gosu. Everything's so Gosu. It looks like the DTs are not coming out. Oh, they can get a ton of SCVs here, but they don't realize it. They do not realize it. And they will run into a turret. But yeah, turrets all over the place. BratOK is fine. There's no way it's going to do much with the DTs. Or is he? Oh, he's in the main, but another turret. So the DTs are just really good for map control right here. not doing... Oh no, actually direct damage is going to be dealt. This expansion is completely dead because the DTs forced this army back. And now, how much does Socke see? Does he see this army moving? He might see it too late. In fact, yeah, he's going to pull back. Did kill the expansion. And now Socke has a great arc. He moves in, but BratOK with a ton of units, EMPs on the Zealots, they melt right away. And now a flank, I think BratOK is going to get this. He does not have, Socke doesn't have the good positioning, and these Stalkers are just dead. Those Marauders can roll over them. A huge Viking count with 1-0 upgrades, and Storm very late, but coming up. So that's going to be necessary here for Socke to retain his spot in the game, because that was a terrible engagement. Great for BratOK though. And okay, we just missed this DT getting 24 kills. Shit. So never mind me. I mean, Socke is fine. He just needs to wait until. Wow, I did not. That's like the infinity kill zealot that Tyler had against Strelok in that other game. BratOK with a lot of orbital commands can mule quite a lot. So that's actually this SCV loss is not that big of a deal as it might look like. Although that kind of surprises myself, but not that much of a deal because he can just mule as long as his gases are fine. And a huge attack now from Strelok, BratOK, Ravenous with this. Storms on everything! Very good storms, and those Zealots with charge and +3 attack are just going to tear through those Marauders. Are the Vikings going to land? No, they are not. They're going to take out the few remaining Colossi, but Colossus production is going to stop almost completely, I think. A few more on the way, but BratOK getting smashed. Ooh, by the great storms. They kind of caught him off guard here. This is absolutely insane StarCraft 2, ladies and gentlemen. This is stuff that is just out of this world. Socke at 180 to 120. Of course, I want to bring your attention to one thing. If BratOK is going to be fine with his mules, right? Like if he mules up all the time, which I think he is, he can produce so much that the lack of SCVs might even enable him to completely overpower this army in mass, right? But that's a time issue. Like he needs a lot of production for that. Look at that, he can't spend all his money. Like he needs more barracks to use these mules well, and then he could even use his disadvantageous worker numbers to his advantage. But the question is, how are the armies looking like? And the army supply is definitely in favor of Socke. Although Socke is getting out of position, I think he wants to smash an expansion that he might not even be able to get. And oh no, Socke is going to lose a ton of harvesters. That's 9 for you, 8 for you, BratOK. Here you go. And here you have a Nexus. So Socke out of position, kind of bad. And BratOK just getting pretty good value out of this. But now his army is trapped. He cannot leave. Not enough medevacs. He's going to get a few Colossi though. Good force shields go down, but not quite in time. And the blink goes off. Going to snipe that medevac. And there's no escape for BratOK. You cannot leave, bro. And there goes the medevac. So this is not what BratOK wanted. BratOK did not want that. So definitely Socke in a winning position in this game. He's at 3-2 at this point. His opponent is at 3-2. That's the same, right? Yeah, it's the same. True. But the Templar are just overwhelmingly strong for BratOK. And again, look at this map, man. It's full with peel stuff. That Marine gets taken out. Socke gonna be able to expand. And a large drop, that's what BratOK needs right now. Counterattack. Use the army of Socke that's being spread out here. Taking out a few Templar. Is he gonna get the DP warp in? Yes, he does. And the scan goes off at the wrong side, but I think Socke is just gonna go. Look at Socke, he's expanding all over the place. This is insanity. He's gonna go for the counterattack now. Zocke in an awkward spot though. His army's splitting up. I don't know if that's pathfinding. Yeah, it looks like it is. This third gets taken out, but not a huge loss. This is almost out of everything. As long as Zocke can defend this, he will be fine. Zocke indecisive, which might cost him dearly. He needs to go and do something with this army. Counterattack or defend this, but you can't walk around in the middle of the map and huge storms on everything getting stormed. But meanwhile, the production is under fire. Can he get the Templar archives? That's what he needs. A ton of TPs as well warping in. That will probably scare this away. Looks like Zocke is going for it at the front. EMP got off. And few storms left. He gets a ton of damage done. And now he can move in. 5 Colossus, 3/3 upgrades. I think Zocke can break this front. Can he defend in the back? Yes, he can. Zocke looks like he's retaining his lead and might just go for the win. Zocke looks unstoppable today. Holy crap, that guy. Oh no, he's moving in. BratOK looks like he's just scrambling stuff together. He's expanding over here, but that's not gonna help him. GG! Wow, Zocke takes it 1-0.